Sup nerds, I'm CuppaJoey, and if you read the title of this video, then you would have figured out that this is another episode of r/quit your bollocks. Let's see what bollocks people are trying to pull now. Last week I corrected my professor in art history class and she took it pretty hard. I basically proved her knowledge wrong and got thrown out of class for it. Thankfully, rest of the students protested this move and followed me out. They asked me to hold the next class at my house and teach them the next chapter. Eventually, we all went to the department head and complained that the teacher is now suspended and I have an A in the class. You know we're in the same class, right? We literally had a lecture today that you didn't even show up to and you have the audacity to spread these lies? LMAO! This is like akin to those everybody clapped stories. Why do people feel the need to chase this clout by seeming, oh, I was better? I've seen this a lot with like the educational based ones, the ones where people are either in school or university, where people will often say, and I had to teach the rest of the class, and it's there like, well, if you had to teach the class, then why are you even in the class in the first place? Like, you should have already had this knowledge down. I mean, with university, there is a free exchange of ideas, and often, you know, if there's something very specific that the teacher doesn't know about, depending on what the class is, then sometimes a student can correct them, and that's good and that's healthy. It's great to have these discussions. But if you're just going, everybody clapped and they wanted me to be the teacher, and I won the awards for Queen Teacher for being the best teacher in the world and being art smart person, you know, it cringes. Even if we didn't have like the guy in blue saying, you know, we're in the same class and just proving them wrong, this would have ended up on r/that happened. John Carpenter would have been 70 years old today. We celebrate his birthday by looking back at his 5 favourite films. 2 Rotten Tomatoes. Despite how it appears, I'm actually not dead. I just smell that way. The thing is that they talk about him being dead like would have been in the tweet, but in the actual article you can see that it says John Carpenter is a modern horror icon, not was a modern horror icon. Honestly, I expect better from Rotten Tomatoes. They're like one of the best places for film reviews, come on. Also, what a horrible way to find out that like the media's reporting your death. Just see that, wait, what? Oh, that actually sounds like a good movie idea, like somebody who keeps, like, getting tweets that he's passed away, and so he keeps tweeting back, like, quit your BS, but then it turns out he's actually dead. You know, go, pitch that, you know. John Carpenter, if you want to make your own sort of autobiographical experience into a horror film based on my crappy idea, then absolutely go for it. Beginning of the movie, he was poor. End of the movie, he was white. Jesse, I think you're a top-notch guy, but I think you should know that the image on the right is from a cartoon P where old Aladdin is getting his meter sucked off by Hercules. Delete! To be fair, it's still not an excuse. He should still be dark-skinned in the adult version. I mean, we're not seeing Hercules. I want to know how they found this, because I mean, surely it would be easier to find screenshots from the end of the Aladdin movie than the Metis getting chomped by Hercules. I want to find this now. Flight attendant. Excuse me, sir, do you have a condition that prevents you from wearing a mask? Me. Yes. Flight attendant. May I ask what that is? Me. Sanity. Absolutely not how the interaction went. Not only did this guy hold up the entire flight, he is fabricating how the interaction went with the flight attendants for some Twitter likes. What a cringe guy. Literally, doctors and healthcare workers have been wearing these masks for years when they've got to deal with something important. It isn't that big a deal to wear a mask, and if you have a medical condition that prevents you from wearing a mask, then it is not safe enough for you to go out. You are going to need to stay indoors, stay safe, and get other people to do sort of grocery shopping, medicine pickups and all of that for you, and definitely not go on flights. What an absolute terrible person. I hate this so much. I hate this arrogant, you don't have to tell me what to do, when this is just about, you know, us all looking after each other. You shouldn't be that adamant about, you know, wanting to help society, jeez. Stuck in traffic, ugh. Sure. Why? Why not just say, I look good today, and be happy with the fact that you like the way you look? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with thinking, hey, you know what? I'm looking damn fine today. I think I might take a selfie. I always say that whenever I post mine. Like, damn, who's this cute blob? Who's this adorable gelatinous mass? Pretty sure you won't say JJ Watt taking a knee. America. A, don't speak for me. B, if you still think it's about disrespecting the flag or our military, you clearly haven't been listening. And that's what it's about. The thing is that they will go like, I'm not racist, I just think that there isn't a problem with this thing that there's clearly a problem with, just because I don't want to get out of my comforting, space. I'm so glad that JJ Watt did just say, don't speak for me, this is a load of bollocks, basically. I do like it. I do like it when I see famous people in positions of influence actually call out crap like this. I think that that's really good and that's really healthy. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, Black Lives Matter needs as much support as it can get right now. I'll leave a little link in the description.
Everyone dies one day. Everyone. Even wolves. But not books. Not words. Words don't die.
My son, 3, who is a lot smarter than I am. Oh, piss off, Rebecca, he did not say that. Really? Why do people want to have, these weird, insightful toddlers? It's like r/woke kids, but I actually like the phrase, blessed toddlers. I don't know why they feel the need to, attribute these fancy words to, 3 and 4-year-olds, especially when they're, they're often just really pretentious, like this one. Even wolves, but not books. Well, I mean, depends if you've accidentally left a book out in the rain, like I have because I read outside one time, then you know that books do suffer. Don't know who's more stupid, people who think the earth is flat or people who refuse to vaccinate their kids and risk their children's health because they believe it causes autism. How stupid was I that I vaccinated and it caused problems that killed my daughter? Where on the stupidity scale would you put me? Out of 10, considering your daughter was 34 years old and died of an asthma attack from the asthma that runs in your family, Green. Oh gosh. Why? What? I mean, obviously it's tragic that this person's daughter died. Anybody losing a child, no matter what age they are, is definitely tragic and that sucks. But why would you use that as an excuse to prevent vaccination? Why would you lose your child and then say, wow, this would be better if there were more children that, that died? This is awful. Deliberately misconstruing the facts just to make yourself seem superior, because that's what a lot of these anti-vaxxers are. They just want to seem like they understand something that everybody else doesn't, and that's the problem. Is it's this weird superiority in the know complex that is genuinely damning. As for Blue's question though, I would say that the anti-vaxxers are more dangerous than the flat earthers, because the flat earthers is still kind of funny. I don't really see it being harmful unless they try and go against prevention of global warming or anything like that, whereas the anti-vaxxers are definitely causing a potential health crisis even worse than the virus we got right now. From r/nature is frickin' lit, I see you, the eyes of God cave in Bulgaria. This is a repost that has also been shown on subreddits such as r/quityourbs and r/thathappens. The photo is photoshopped and it was taken during the day. They photoshopped it to make it look like it was nighttime and they added the moon. It's fake and is stolen content nonetheless. Oh, they got called out. First of all, when I saw this and I saw that it was fake and photoshopped, I was thinking, what is the problem with saying I am talented as opposed to I am lucky? Because that's what this is. I mean, this is a very stunning picture, absolutely, and whoever did all the Photoshop and all of that, it looks good. I mean, you can kind of tell that it is daylight from around, because nighttime is never that bright around the eye holes, I guess I'll call them. Even when the moon is full supermoon, it's never that light. But this is very beautiful and it's very well done, and it does give you that edge, of mystery if you're looking at it. So I do appreciate it from an artistic point of view. So I was thinking, what's the problem with saying, look, I'm talented enough to edit this? But yeah, there's so many things that they did wrong. Number one, it's a repost. So they stole it, and it's not only like stolen, but it's widely known to be fake. The fact that it was posted in Quit Your Bollocks and that happened, like I can see why the mod got annoyed. Also, of course, it could have been I'm talented as opposed to I'm lucky, because this is in the subreddit Nature is Freaking Lit, which is just all about things that happen naturally. So, you know, they wouldn't be able to get clout for photoshopping something in there. But even so, it wasn't even them that freaking photoshopped it. So, people will reach for them Reddit karma points, really, like it's the most important thing in the world. American middle schools call forcing students to do Muslim prayers 5 times a day. Time to revoke funding. Retweets! This is what decades of protecting Jesus Christ has done to this nation. The children are worshipping Satan. It's a tornado drill. Damn America, for God's sake. I mean, the clear thing that this is not praying to Mecca, when you look at the third picture, you can see that the kids are facing in opposite freaking directions. I mean, I would say, don't these people know anything about Islam? But you know what? Of course they don't know anything about Islam. And also the whole, they're worshipping Satan. Yeah, like, not worshipping Jesus Christ doesn't mean that they're worshipping Satan. I mean, come on. Replying to Cuck Patrol. Oh god, that just says it all. For the supporters of Trump who just keep screaming out fake news, they spread misinformation like wildfire. This is just ridiculous. Freaking attacking like kids, and the whole like revoke funding, so they want to take money away from education just because they, you know, like this is the issue. They are harming children. They are trying to take education away from children just because the perceived threat of a Muslim prayer, which wasn't even happening. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling how people can just, you know, punch themselves square in the nads and think they're making the right decision. You okay, Kiss? Lol, that's not even you. It is. Why say that? Pal. Boomer catfishing. I love this. It's like, it's not just catfishing, but it's catfishing without the ability to know more, and then there's such a thing as Google image reverse search. Just have your icon there and then just be like, no, I'm actually this guy. Can you imagine if it was though? Can you imagine if it was like that good looking, like fit, like whatever, so many pack guy? But he's like, no, I just use this guy as my image. That was classic. I'm getting paper, hashtag pill game, hashtag drug dealer, hashtag stack, hashtag fresh, hashtag number one, hashtag FBs, hashtag get money, hashtag P, hashtag money, hashtag weed, hashtag football, hashtag NFL. Kinda looks like a 20 wrapped around a bunch of ones. Lol, Robert, it's 607 I made in 3 days. Yup. And then, of course, you took that image from Tumblr. No, Rob, you're a P. And then, of course, the thing that every single person that is incredibly truthful and just, like, genuinely a little bit had their feelings hurt about how someone's lying about them. They then go on to say this. You are a P, no wonder no one liked you in high school. In a private message chat, say. Oh, wow. Just going in straight for the insults because they got caught lying on Facebook for pathetic clout. And yeah, pill game, drug dealer. Oh, come on. I mean, even if he was, like, just, like, saying that on Facebook with your name and everything on top of, like, the thing, in front of his house. So it says, welcome, like, you know, if somebody doesn't like you, all they need to do is, like, forward that to the authorities and you're screwed. Brianna is on vacation for 2 weeks. It's only been 3 days and I miss her so much. She sent me this to make me smile. How lucky am I? Hashtag best GF ever. Hashtag lucky man. That's Tila Tequila. Haha, what the F? I don't even know who that is. And then the picture from Tila Tequila's Instagram. Definitely not her name, and I can assure you that I don't know who that person is, but she's using Brianna's photo. Could you send me that link so I can message them and ask why they've got pics of my GF? Delusional. You really stepped up your game since Thursday when you were DMing me asking if I'd have sex with you because your 21st birthday is coming up and you don't want to be a virgin. Well done, Matt. Oh, of course he's a creep. Of course he's an absolute creep. Bet he's an incel. It's just, God. Why is it like guys like this just see women as either something to shag or some kind of decoration? Why did he use Tila Tequila? Like, dude, you need to get in with the flat earthers. Oh, God. That's next level delusional. And that whole, can you give me the link so I can message them and ask why they got pics of my GF? Like, yeah, do that. Go and message Tila Tequila and ask why she's posting pictures of herself. That's a great idea. No, our university's infested with communists. I went to my son's graduation from UOE Eugene. His history professor started off his speech, "I hate America." I am the chair of the history department at the University of Oregon, and I conduct our graduation ceremonies. This did not happen. God, I swear the right wing go so freaking far to try and make villainize the left as much as possible, and also villainize educated people. Like the whole Brexit and coronavirus thing just came about all because of, people going, oh, we don't want to listen to experts. Well, maybe you should. They're freaking experts for a reason. Yeah, oh my goodness, the fact that they have to say communist because, communist immediately means bad guy. These people don't even know what communism is. Just let's just say communist so that then that they're evil and they must hate America. And then the fact that they even said, oh, it started off with "I hate America" because they need something. They're like, what could I say that will immediately make this person a bad guy? I know, I'll accuse them of hating America. Oh, for God's sake. It's just pathetic. It's seriously pathetic. And this is that kind of toxic patriotism that I was talking about earlier. This is from r/outrun. I'm not too sure what this subreddit is about. I assume it's about cars from the context, but let's have a look anyway. My aunt used to be a model back in the 80s in Italy. Thought you guys would like this pic of her. That's Pontiac girl Natalie Carroll. She is not an Italian model. She worked at the Willow Run assembly plant, and this was not photographed in Italy. If you're going to lie about something like this, don't pick one of the most iconic figures in 80s advertised in one of the most iconic ads of the 80s. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that I'd seen this. I've seen this ad before. I mean, what kind of a weird flex is that, though? Oh, my auntie is hot? What's with the weird incestuous vibes on that? This gave me all kind of creepy stuff. I wish that was my auntie, so I could do illegal things. BuzzFeed and other sites skipped over any fact-checking before BSing about Ariana designing the cat ear headphones. She didn't, I did. Yeah, I remember seeing, this kind of headphone freaking ages ago. There was this thing called, the Neko Mimi with, a C instead of a K or something. But even so, why? Just because she's bought something out doesn't mean that she designed it. And this is really insulting to Wen Xingyang as well, who clearly, you can see there are on the right-hand corner there. And it is absolutely incredible. There's a lot of talent there. It's really insulting to take this away. However, one thing that really made me giggle is that in BuzzFeed's article, they described Ariana Grande as being the Thomas Edison of our generation because she designed the cat ear headphones, supposedly. Given the fact that Thomas Edison pretty much stole every freaking idea he had and put his name on things where he really had very little impact whatsoever, I'd say she probably is the Thomas Edison of her generation. Then again, I really don't know if Ariana Grande is claiming that she designed them or whether this was just something that was assumed because journos like something that sounds fancy rather than, is accurate. Christmas isn't about overpriced gifts and bragging rights to what you bought for who. It's about being a good person and helping out your fellow person. Don't lose sight of real deal. And then it's a $28 bill with a $100 tip and it says, "Merry Christmas, pay it forward." Lovely, you'd think, until you scroll down. Make sure you put that on the copy the server takes. You wrote that on the guest copy. This is the single most hypocritical thing I have seen on Quit Your Bollocks. I mean, really, The fact that it says it isn't about who you bought for what, it's about being a good person, when they were the good person that they were pretending to be. They're saying, oh no, you shouldn't do all this stuff just to show off at Christmas time. And that is exactly what they did. You can't tell people not to do something while doing something. And also the whole, oh look, I gave $100 to a server and they didn't give a single thing, I'm sure. Like, oh, make sure you put down the copy the server takes. My goodness. Like they wrote, it's about being a good person. Like, this is just, hi everyone, I want you to think I'm amazing, even though I didn't do anything, and lied about it. Like this is worse than not doing anything at all. Gotta love morphine, haha, at blank hospital. I wish I was you. You press a button and it gives you more. I had appendicitis one time. Trust me, the morphine is much better option on the drugs. Hope you get better, man. Hey Blank, what's going on? I just spoke to your mum and she said you're only on a saline drip because you had a runny poo. Aww. I really hope that this was like a boomer that was like, oh, but I thought it was just this. It sounds like it's more serious. Are you okay? Who the hell goes on a saline drip because of a runny poo? I mean, I know definitely that diarrhea can be a very serious health problem, like in terms of dehydration in many parts of the world, but this sounds like it was in the UK. Why aren't you just taking some, diarrhea pills and, water? And oh my god, imagine having like arse blasting disease and, trying to get, clout on morphine just because you got a bad ass. You know what I'm saying? Her comment has 6 likes as well. This is beautiful. Yeah, press a button and it gives me more relief for my diarrhea. What up, girls? Give me a ring. Well, that's it for this episode of r/QuittyBollocks, and as I say at the end of every episode, if you enjoyed hearing from this subreddit or would like to hear from any other subreddits, then do let me know in the comments. And until then, I'll see you all next time.